but we talking about levels, brother. We talking about levels. And what I was telling the people when we were in Vegas, and I was talking to you, I was talking to you, good brother Bernard Hackett,
outside. Yes, sir.
Good brother Coach Kenny. You get what I'm saying? And we was talking about, and I was explaining to y'all, there's levels to this when it comes to Brian Norman and Devin Haney. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
you were telling us about Sugar May Judah.
Yeah, Sugar May Judah. Yeah, he was trained. I was telling y'all all that, right? And y'all bust out laughing at me.
Right. We treated you like you was playing. You right. We apologize for that stuff. We've then come to terms. We've all come together and we said that you are absolutely right. There are levels to this. And I mean, look, either you're born on that level or you're not born on that level. There's nothing you can do to get to this level. You just gotta be on that level. Now, what requirements does it take? It doesn't take no requirements. It's just whether people want to say you on the level or not. So let's just keep that straight. Let's keep that straight on top. All right. Either you're there or you're not. Okay.
Right. So the thing is, I think what Debo Dev is saying, because I played a video clip of Dev's, he was diminishing Brian Norman, and he was just explaining that, look, this dude, he did good for the people he fought that stood in front of him, but he hasn't been in the ring with the likes of competition that I've been in the ring with. I'm paraphrasing Devin Haney, of course, from the interview.
Yes, sir.
And he's saying that there's levels to this, like, the jab, the footwork. Bill said that, hey man, he got a lot of tools in the warehouse, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Basically, he's saying that Brian Norman is a one-dimensional fighter. Your son is a one-dimensional fighter, and that's it. He only look good with people that stand in front of him.
I don't think who said he was a one-dimensional fighter. I know the other fake ass fighter said he's a one-dimensional fighter, but I don't think Bill and Devin never said he was a one-dimensional fighter. I never heard them say that.
No, they didn't come out and say that word for word, but that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Hear me out. If he's saying, look, you look good in front of the people who just stood in front of you, he's basically saying that, look, you ain't got, you a one-dimensional. That's what he's saying. In so many words.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. When was that interview? When was that interview done?
That was 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yes, sir.
I will bet any of y'all, any amount of money, you won't find a video within the last month where he's saying any of that. Because if they did anything correctly, what they're doing is they are studying and they are realizing how much trouble they are in. They are listening to the other greats, telling them they got to pick the perfect game. They are listening to the other fighters that they call, ask questions. Hey, did y'all fight Brian Norman? Was he there? They calling around asking these people, and guess what they get? They getting all bad news because nobody beat Brian up. Hear what I say again? None of these guys beat Brian up. Did you hear what I said to you?
You talking about it? Yeah.
None of them beat him up. So all the coaches they call in, they're telling them, hey, I mean, your best chance is to boxing. That's what everybody's saying. The best chance is to boxing.
Yeah.
But it's like, have you ever seen anybody box him and beat him? Nope. So now they just wishing on the star, hoping on a prayer, and simple as that. But like you said, there's levels to this, man. And go on with the levels.
All right. So be back to the levels because okay. So Brian Norman being, again, he hasn't had that championship experience. I seen Devin Haney fight White Jesus, better known as Lomachenko. Yes. I saw him overcome that hurdle. I saw him overcome.
Can I ask you a question about that fight?
Well, go ahead.
If I'm mistaken, White Jesus Lomachenko, the best opponent, is that by far the best opponent he ever faced?
Yes, facts.
So Lomachenko is the best opponent that he's ever faced, according to the people, right?
Yes,
and that's hands down, right?
Yes.
But Lomachenko been beat twice before he ever fought.
Yeah, that is true. But he's still white. He's still White Jesus. Jesus take L's. Jesus ain't win them all.
But how Jesus take L's? I used to take L and Bill Haney don't even take it.
I'm just saying that.
Jesus said, the Bill Haney don't even take no damn Bill. Like, we don't take no hate on ground. You know what we talking about? You feel me? What are we talking about? Who's taking it?
Bill 50 and 0 in the street though.
Hey, you know, that's what they say. But then what I know.
Hey, man.
That's what I know.
What you know?
I know Skyline High. Bill gonna hear me. Skyline High. Class of the mid-'80s sometime. I can't tell you exactly what class. I know that there's a young fella by the name of Kevin Brim. Kevin Brim, if you want to, you can come to the forefront if you happen to hear this, and you can get in on the mix, and I'll chime in with you. We can clown the hell out of Bill Haney. Kevin Brim beat the hell out of Bill Haney in front of Skyline High in the mid-1980s. That's what I do know for 1,000% fact. How do I know this? Because people come to me and they give me all of these details. You understand what I'm saying? They say, hey, you mentioned Kevin Brim. I bet you check the hell up. That's what they tell. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's what they tell. You feel? I mean, in the mid-1980s, I wasn't 5, 6 years old, so I wasn't taking no damn losses by far. But he was up there getting the damn. You feel?
So you got info. Hey, hold on, B, you got me on the Bluetooth?
Yeah, you want me to take it off?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds smooth.
Take it off?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me better, sir?
Yeah, I hear you a whole lot better. All right.
Okay,
so let's repeat this. So you're saying that Skyline High School. Where's that
Skyline High School.
Where's that at?
Was it in Oakland? It was in California.
Okay, it's in Oakland,
I believe.
Yeah.
They gave me all the details, but it was so long ago. I was gonna use it. I was hoping that I could get Bill back on and fuck with him, and you know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I just keep one in the chamber. But I had to realize, I had to come to the realization that Bill don't want none of this. Bill don't want no smoke with me. You feel what I'm saying? He clearly don't want this smoke. So, I said, you know what? I'm going to throw it out there and I'm going to throw it up against the wall. You feel me? So I'm going to give him what I got. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's clear. It's clear what's going on to me. You feel me? It's just not clear what's going on. It's not clear what's going on to his fans.
What's clear is that Debo Dev is levels above anything that y'all can come with. That's what's clear.
Anything.
What's clear is Debo Dev trained with Mike McCallum. What's clear is he trained with Yoel and Zab Judah. What's clear is he trained with Sugar Shane Mosley.
Absolutely.
What's clear is he's trained with Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Jr.
We don't stand a chance.
That's what's clear. What's clear is he became undisputed at 135.
Yes, he did.
What's clear is he beat Regis Prograis to become a two-division world champion.
Absolutely.
That's what's clear.
Now, can we also talk about what else is clear?
Go ahead.
What else is clear is that he ain't beat a man with an undefeated record in about 5 years. About 4 or 5 years. He ain't beat a man with an undefeated record in about 4 or 5 years. Every single fighter that he has fought had a loss within the last few years, except George Kambosos. He beat a 20-fight veteran in George Kambosos, whose biggest win was against his coach, against a super featherweight in Mickey Bay. I think Mickey Bay fought 126, 130. And he won a split decision.
George Kambosos' biggest win was against Teofimo Lopez.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. That's where I got him there. You know what? Good job, dog. You caught that quick. Good job. I forgot about that. Yeah. You know what? And you're right. And then Lomachenko beat Teofimo beat Lomachenko, and then Devin beat. So there's a whole bunch of them little guys. Not disrespect the little guys, but there's a whole bunch of those guys down there doing what they do, fighting what they fight in their own respectable weight classes. And then he moved up with the big dogs, and he ended up matched up with a guy with literally no losses, no almost losses, and don't bring up no Boca Chica, because if y'all don't remember, y'all bring up a Boca Chica, y'all gotta remember he elbowed his way out that damn fight on purpose. So we gotta put that in there. They love to put in people getting dropped and everything else. So we just gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it 1,000. His last 3 opponents had 5 losses. We just gonna leave it like that.
Okay. All right. So again, they're in the lab right now.
Yes, sir.
Without giving out any specifics, how is B. Norman Jr. looking right now? How is he?
Man,
Man, hey, look, in the words of B. Norman G, on the money, man. He on the money, man. In the words of B. Norman G, he all on the money. He all on the money, man. He on it, man. He on the money, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, the phone calls are being made. The prognosis that's coming back to Bill Haney are not good. Everybody telling, hey, brother, all I can tell you is do your best.
wait. So according, so this is okay. So this is breaking news. So
yes,
according to what you're hearing, Bill Haney, Dollar Bill is what I call him, is out trying to find information.
That's over with. That's over with. He been did that.
He been did that.
That's over with. He been did that.
Did he send any spies into the camp?
I thought he had a couple, but if he did, the last spy that I would have suggested that he sent, you know what I'm saying? Because the one that was trying to get in there, whatever, we whooped his ass and we sent him on back. That's what I was telling you. That's what my story was about. So, but again, we make sure. Don't get me twisted now.
I know you're talking about.
You was down.
Yeah,
you was down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was down.
Did he drop him?
Hey, yeah, he also dropped him. Well, hold on,
Did he beat him up?
Yeah, he did.
And did that man come back to you and tell you how good he was doing, and if he don't get him in the camp, then we gonna lose? Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he said that.
So that tell you how delusional these motherfuckers are. You feel what I'm saying?
Then hold on. But I heard you beat him up after that.
We beat him up after that.
Yeah.
Beat him up, dropped him, called him.
Yeah.
Called him, stood him up. You all right? And whooped his ass some more.
But look here, man. Listen. But them dudes ain't Devin Haney. That's Sparring. See, right now, again,
absolutely,
we dealing with levels, brother. All I'm saying is, they make a valid point. However, that doesn't mean that Brian Norman's gonna lose the fight, because we saw. I heard what Edgar Berlanga said to Hamza Shiraz. He was saying there's levels to this, and I'm your Canelo. I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D, and then we saw how that turned out. So. You still got to get in the ring and fight.
Absolutely. We the ones, we not saying there's levels, because I guarantee you some of the same people saying there's levels to this are, chances are they're Carmel Bolton fans, they're Abdullah Mason fans. I love both of them kids.
Yeah.
But they're Abdullah Mason fans, they're Carmel Bolton fans who at the same time have yet, I know they're on their way up and they do what they do. Congratulations. Shout out to the boys. It's not a slight to them at all. But I just know they are the most liked young guys coming up right now. So I guarantee you those same people will say that Abdullah Mason or Camille Moe was this or that without having to fight this so-called elite level. You feel what I'm saying? But according to them, either you're there, you're born there, and they just say you there, or, I mean, what happened? So nothing they gonna say gonna make sense. It's never gonna add up. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do is gonna keep knocking walls down. They say we're gonna make the money, we got the money. They say we're gonna get the name on our resume, we get the name on our resume. They say we can't beat the boxer, we're about to beat the boxer. You feel what I'm saying? Look, bro, 24 years old, third title defense, first year as a champion, many more to come, man. Future face boxing on the way.
So tell me about this dude named Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Brim. Kevin Brim,
yeah, he got his ass. He whooped Bill Haney ass. He whooped his ass.
So this back when Bill was in high school.
This is back when Bill was in high school. Yes,
okay,
sir.
So Bill
whooped his ass in front. Said he whooped his ass in front of Skyline High, and said, "They damn say something different." I'm just trying to tell you what they told me.
So I think Bill graduated high school like either 86 or 87, somewhere around 86, 87.
They said it was in the 80s. I don't know what year. They said it was in the late 80s. It was in the 80s. Yeah. Hold on one second, my bad. One second.
Okay. Damn, okay, so Bill, let's write this down. So Bill 50, so Bill 49-1 on the street then. We're going to put 49-1.
Bill 49-1 on the street, and he goddamn and he 0-3 on the internet. Fuck with me. He 0-3 on the internet. Fuck with me. You got to remember, let's not forget, we sat here and watched that man come. He went in the hide, and he came back out of hide and got his ass whooped right here on this channel to where he had to make up all kind of shit and disappeared again. That's another loss. You understand me? How many losses do we got to point out to this man to have it in your face for y'all to believe for y'all to see the losses?
Hold on, wait a minute.
It's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Wait a minute. Somebody in the chat just said, hold on, where you at, brother? What a brother, Alfonso. Alfonso, where you at? Alfonso said, here you go right here. He say the Richie Rich went to Skyline High, as well as Gary Payton. So he's confirming there is a Skyline High School. Yeah, he's confirming that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he's confirming that. Okay. All right.
I don't know nothing about no Skyline High. I'm in the country part of Georgia, baby. I don't know nothing about no Skyline High. I don't know about none of that shit. You feel me? But I'm letting you know with the word that came to me, and they said that nigga talking all that shit, asked him how he got his ass whooped in front of Skyline High. By Kevin Brim. That's what they told. So we gonna make Kevin Brim famous today. Yeah, Bill, you thought that shit was dead. That shit don't die, baby. That shit is on your record for life. You understand me? So you took yet another loss. Do you understand me? We got losses all over the place from you, Bill. Shit.
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna tell you what I am just upset with you about, and I'm just gonna be frank. I'm gonna be frank with you. I don't like the fact that you ran Bill off the internet, because Bill used to be talking.
I know.
Bill used to answer my calls. He don't answer my calls no more. Yeah, you know, he ain't showing his face. I'm like, man, I don't know what I did, but I'm saying he ain't showing his face no more. I'm like, man,
that's a problem. That's a problem that I have, Coach. Yeah. Because you got the people that like to fake. They like to fake on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? They like to fake and play on the internet. But when you fake and play with me, I'm going for the jugular. You know, just like everybody else, I go get my facts. I line up everything I'm gonna line up, and I'm gonna mow your ass over with them, and I'm gonna dare you to do something about it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I'm coming, and I that's just the only way I know to be, Coach. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took him off the internet. I'm sorry that I made him go into hiding. I'm sorry. Hey, and all the Haney fans, y'all said I can't wait till Bill beat Norman Senior up on the internet when the build up to this fight. I knocked his ass out the first time, and we ain't seen that nigga since. We ain't seen him since. We ain't seen him. Matter of fact, he did. He tried to show it. He tried to come back out the corner, got knocked back in the corner, and went back in.
You know, hold on. Y'all was in Vegas. Y'all had a face-off in Vegas. Y'all had a face-off in Vegas.
Rolled up on him. Yeah. Guess who rolled up on who twice? I rolled up on him.
Yeah. At the Fountain Blue.
I rolled up on him. Yeah. Appeared in his face. Appeared right in his face. He was like, you don't know who behind you, nigga. I'm on you, nigga. What are you talking about? If I want you, I got you. You feel me? Yeah. And if I ain't mistaken, on this show, he told me he was going to slap me on sight, right?
Yeah.
He said he going to slap me on sight. I was in his face within arm's width, within his arm's reach, whatever you want to call it.
It's on video.
I never threatened to slap him.
Yeah, it's on video. I saw it.
It's on video. I never threatened to slap. That was the second one that's on video. I don't know what happened to the first one. Yeah. But that wasn't even the first one. The first one, that's when I first approached him. That when I thought he talking about you don't know who behind me. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about who behind me, nigga. You here now. Fuck them niggas behind me. Had them all nervous. And I told them next time hands get put on me, I promise you everybody gonna get hit. Everybody better get the fuck out of the way.
Okay, look.
I've been rehabbing my arm ever since. They gave me a major setback for me to try to train my son and get them together for this fight. But you know, I got Coach Byron Oglesby, you know, tremendous coach, you know, tremendous assistant coach. On my team, and he's been doing a wonderful job with B. We together, we both do it. You know, I'm the head coach or whatever else, so we've been making it do what it do. And I mean, we just making it fly, so we all good.
Yeah, well, hold on. What your assistant coach name is?
Byron Oglesby.
Listen, man, but he not Floyd Mayweather.
Or Sugar May Judah. I know,
he ain't Sugar May Judah. You know, he ain't Mike McCabe. See, that's the thing. See, he might be a good trainer, but there's levels when it comes to trainers. You get what I'm saying?
I was shopping on Temu, and that was the best I could find. Temu, that was the I was shopping on Temu, man. I had to pick him up, man. I had to pick him up, man. You know. I had to pick him up. He trained Luis Collazo and a couple other world champions. He was in the city. Run a well-known gym in the city. He's still GM. That's where y'all see Clarissa Shields sometimes.
Okay.
You know, yeah, I mean, you know, but anyway, you know, I said, man, you know what, I'm going to and we're gonna put my man on the team. We're gonna make it do what it do, and that's what I had to do. I mean, we couldn't afford the likes of a Sugar May Judah and a Zab Judah and a you know what I'm saying, a Yoel Judah and a Floyd. We couldn't afford the likes of those people. You feel what I'm saying? We just poor. We poor. Remember that Bill just beat me at life.
Yeah.
So we can't afford for so much. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I know y'all on the budget right now, so I do get it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
We balling on the budget. We balling on the budget.
No, it's kind of like y'all. It's kind of like y'all parking lot pimping.
We park a lot of him, but when we get money, we still gonna be balling on that same budget. So let's put that out there. Go ahead.
Y'all like Crawford. That dude, nigga don't spend no money.
We gonna be balling on the same budget. Ain't shit gonna change.
Nigga be dressing like a bull.
I'm trying to tell you. You look at me right now. I got a spill stain on my pants right now. We got to spill some shit.
hey, look here, man. When are y'all supposed to be flying over to Saudi?
November the 9th, baby. November the 9th. Hey, man, it's due date, man. It's D-Day. D-Day coming soon, man. Sparring almost over. D-Day. D-Day coming soon.
Hey, you know what the D stand for?
Devin, Debo.
Debo
Dale.
That's right. D-Day is coming. D-Day is coming. Debo Dale.
Debo Dale is coming on Doomsday. That's what it's going to be for Debo Dale. It's going to be Doomsday for Debo Dale. That's what it's going to be.
That's right.
Bill Haney knows I'm telling the truth. He listening. He saw the title. He be surfing the net. You hear me, Bill?
Skyline.
Get your ass out here. Hey, Bill, you went and watched them clips that I've been watching? You saw when Brian got hit, he kept coming. You saw the shots that he get hit with, he don't give a fuck about them. You saw all the activity that he got going on. You see the physicality, how he push niggas around, push niggas back, how he get you up off them. He saw exactly what I saw. Because I watch these fights from that same angle as if I'm fighting that fighter. And if I'm fighting that fighter, no matter what, Brian Norman Jr. is a fucking rough customer. You don't want to be in the ring with that. He talked to Crawford. He talked to Bernie. What did Bernie tell you about B?
Yeah.
What did he tell you about B? What did he say?
Yeah, he told me.
What? No, I'm not talking about how. No, I'm not talking about no detail. What did he tell you about how rough he? What did he tell you?
No. He said Brian Norman the truth. He told me about the incident. What happened when they sparred? He told me that.
No, we ain't talking. I'm just saying you gonna blow it off like that. You gonna tell like he ain't care. He was about their life though. He about their life.
Yeah. No, he said that. He spoke very highly.
He was 20 years old.
Yeah.
He was 20 years old when this happened. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, look, he talked to Crawford. Crawford told him, "Now you're gonna have to pitch a perfect game." So he talked to these people. You're gonna have to pitch a perfect game. You're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to do that. And you got to think he knows that them guys already been beat. He knows that these guys were little as hell. He knows these guys was not physical work for damn.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he in for. That's why he hired Stitch Duran ASAP and asked Stitch Duran, was it going to be a rough fight? Did you know about that?
No, I ain't know nothing about that.
He called Stitch Duran did an interview on Johnny, on the boxing board, not the boxing, I'm sorry, the hangout spot.
Okay.
Johnny, my boy Johnny, Stitch Duran did an interview on the hangout spot. He said that this is right when the fight was made. He said that Bill called him. He said, I worked a couple of his fights. Yeah, I do know. That's why I'm calling you. He said, so what kind of fight you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be that kind of fight where I need a cut, man? That's what Stitch said. Bill said that.
Nigga, Stitch said,
Bill said, you think it's going to be that kind of fight? You don't work this corner before. You see how he operate. You think it's going to be that kind of fight?
Nigga, Dollar Bill. No, I got to call Stitch.
Call him, ask him, put him on the show. He said it on the hangout spot. Call him, ask him. I ain't lying. He said that shit. Listen, I told you he been calling around everybody. He done called everybody, and he been calling everywhere he can. He has not got no good news.
He's gaining intel. See, listen. Listen. Dollar Bill is gaining intel on the ops. Right now, Norman Jr. is the ops, and Debo Deb is gaining intel.
We cool with it.
You see what I'm saying? Debo, we're gaining intel right now, trying to gather the information, because what they trying to do, they trying to figure out which tool that they're going to use in order to get the job done. So,
I don't know what kind of tool you're going to use against that. I don't know what kind of tool you're going to use against that 50 cal could be his butt. You understand? Again, I'm going to tell y'all the fights to look at. Look, I'm going to tell y'all the fights to look at. I'm watching these fights, and I'm watching Damian Corey, where they say this is the first fight he had with Tyrann, where they say he looked bad. Yeah. I'm watching in the 8th round where B come out with a piece of hook. It wasn't even a real hook, and collapsed that man. In the first round, I'm sorry, the 8th round. In the 8th round, he collapsed that man. I'm watching when he in there with Quaybag and he throw that hook before he shot shoot him to the corner with a jab, and make him get up and start blinking and say, "Nah, fuck that, I'm out." In the biggest moment of his life, been pro since 2014. This is the biggest moment of his life. He gets dropped with a jab. He blinking. You got to ask yourself, what must this man been feeling? Going back, before he got dropped, he got caught with every hook in the book and kept falling sideways every chance he could. So that means every time B. Norman Jr. touched him, he hurt him. Every time he touched him, he hurt him. You go back to Sasaki, he knocked the memory bank out there, man. He knocked his memory card out and took 6 weeks of his life out.
Yeah, 6 weeks of memory.
6 weeks of his life was dismissed from his memory bank. So as a father, remember I was telling you about being nervous and everything else? As a father, you gonna be nervous for your son. You ain't got time for all that playing. You ain't got time for all these games. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just fortunate to be in the driver's seat and to have the motherfucker doing that kind of damage. You take a Giovanni Santillon, all the cuts that was on Giovanni Santillon, he got cut on both eyes and a broken nose and blood everywhere. All of those was caused by punches. You understand? So that means when he touching niggas, he's splitting them open. When he touching niggas, he's opening them up. I'm telling you.
Hey, but look.
The same guy you just talking about with Sparring, he talked to that guy, if he admitted it, which I doubt he did, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. He touched him with a hook. He going down. You know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, he's not getting good reading. He's not getting good reading.
But see, Dev ain't gonna be there. You know, he ain't gonna be there. See, you can't touch what you can't. You can't touch what you can't see. You can't touch.
Absolutely.
Devin ain't gonna be there to get hit. I'm telling you, he gonna fight you. He's gonna fight you like he fought Jose Ramirez. He's gonna box you from the outside. He's not gonna be there to be hit. So those guys who you fought, they was tailor made for Junior. Debo Dev is on a whole nother level. That's why we say it's levels to this.
So why is he fighting fighters with all losses? Why his last 3 fighters got 5 losses? Why? Help me out. Why does all of his last 3 fights that's supposed to be the best fight, because you're supposed to get better as you go? Why do all of them have 3 losses in the last? And my son's last fighters got 2 losses. His last 3 fighters got 2 losses. Why? Why is he fighting these people with all these losses? You say Brian Norman Jr. ain't fought nobody, but these guys made it to 1 and number 2. Last time I checked, Jose Ramirez was number 1 and number 2 in nobody book and no sanctioning body. Or did I miss something?
Hold on. This another thing too. I gotta bring this up. I mean to pivot a little bit. You know, Bill did speak about how they chose you. Remember, your name was on the list. They chose you, and Debo Dev and Bill Haney are the reason why you're getting this fat payday that you're getting. You guys get paid a lot of money, and Debo Dev was the one who offered to give y'all a payday. Bill Haney reached out to you and say, "Look here, baby boy. I know y'all on welfare. You doing bad right now. What we gonna do is we gonna help you. We gonna help our fellow brethren out, and we gonna give you a payday. Give you your highest payday. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you up out of the slums. I'm gonna give you a payday. Now you ain't gonna win the fight, but we just gonna do that to help you out. So don't you think you owe some type of debt of gratitude to the Haneys?
Not really, because I got a question. I owe debt and gratitude for them accepting the fight, but I got a question even about that. And my question about that is, why are there so many other sources that say different than what he's saying? May the 22nd, 2025. There was a list on Bill Haney thing. Y'all remind you, go to verse 2, chapter 6 in your Bible, aka
the book of Debo. In the book of Debo,
with the book of Debo, May 22nd. Go down and scroll down Bill list to where you see that list. It's a list with Bill on the thing, and it's a list of all the people who want to fight. Y'all go through them comments. You're gonna see Brian Norman Sr. saying, "Fight Brian Norman Jr. next." This is before Jen Sasaki fight. This is on May the 22nd. You go to the Ring magazine. You search the topics for Brian Norman and Devin Haney or whatever else, and you will see back, now it's probably been about 20 plus weeks ago, even before that, Brian Norman Sr., Devin, this is before Ramirez fight. Devin was toying with the idea of coming up to 147. Brian Norman Sr. hasn't forgot. He still want that fight, blah, blah, blah. This is the Ring magazine. You can go back to the boxing board.
I read that.
I read all over the place. They can't beat me, bro. They can't beat me. Look, listen, I was just telling Marcus Walker just a minute ago before you called me.
Oh, that's who shot the video. That's who I need to get in contact with. He got the video.
Marcus Walker.
He recorded it. He recorded. Yeah.
So check it out. I was just talking. I just got the phone here probably 5 minutes before you called me, and we were just talking. I said, listen, you got to understand something, because I'm telling him some of the stuff I'm telling you now. I said, you got to understand something. These people need Brian to lose. They need him to lose. The Philly fans, with the other guy we got beef with, the people who don't want to be, who just don't like D as a whole, who don't want him to be this and be that, we got a name on our resume. We can't have that before him at 24 years old. We can't be outdoing him. So we got that situation. They need him to lose. Yeah. They need him to be flat-footed. They need him to not be on their level. They need this in their life. They're praying for
you're saying they're projecting what they want. It's not necessarily it's true, but it's called they're projecting it.
That's what they need to happen.
Okay, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it that way.
They need this shit. They need this shit to happen. You feel me?
So stylistically, from what you've been hearing, so Bill has been doing like what they call it in the military when they're doing it with recon or whatever, something like that. So he's been out searching, talking to sparring partners, talking to different camps, talking to Stitch Duran, trying to get intel on what's going on with B. Norman Jr. And you saying that everything he's hearing is not coming back.
It's not coming back in his favor, right?
But what about the tools though? He got tools. Why are we worried about?
Because he know good and well his tools are limited, and they only work on limited opposition and limited people. So you again, like I just said, last fighters 5 losses. Last fighters only one of them only 2. I'm sorry, that's scratching out Ryan Garcia. And then I had some people saying you got to scratch out Ryan Garcia because you put Ryan Garcia in, then he win, which is actually wrong because he lost to Ryan Garcia. So you really want to take Ryan Garcia out. You don't want to put him in. His last 3 fighters without Ryan Garcia was 29 wins. That's 58 wins. And then Lomachenko has 17 wins. That's 75 wins. So that's 75 wins and 5 losses. 75 wins and 5 losses, 44 knockouts. Brian Norman last 3, 78 wins, 2 losses, and 55 knockouts. They say numbers don't lie. Now, do they lie? I don't know. They say numbers don't lie.
But the argument would be the levels of fighters that Devin Haney fought versus the level of fighters that B. Norman Jr. fought. So that could be an argument. Say, look, you ain't fought nobody on that level. That's what I'm saying. You ain't fought nobody on those levels.
So Ramirez was on a certain level. Ramirez was on another level. He was on a special level. No.
Ramirez looked like trash when I ain't gonna lie. He ain't look good at all.
So Ramirez wasn't on no level. No, he wasn't. Regis Prograis. Is anybody arguing that Brian Norman won't stump on Regis Prograis? No, that's a real question.
Regis
ain't nobody arguing. Ain't nobody making that argument.
Okay, all right. But what about White Jesus?
He'll kill Regis.
What about White Jesus? What about White Jesus?
White Jesus is a little guy with 65-inch reach.
Yeah, that is true.
Devin Haney has 7-8 inch reach advantage over that man, and he arguably lost to the man. This is the problem. This is the problem with me. This is why Bill don't want to go against me. You understand me? I talk too real. The stuff I say makes too much sense. All we can do is go on what we think and what we wanted to be true and what we need to be true. We can't go on what's actually going on.
Right. So I'm trying to find a way to discredit y'all. Trying to find a way to, okay, look, I'm trying to come with the answer. Every time you say something, I'm trying to come with the answer, and I'm pulling for straws right here. So put it this way. I don't like the fact that you ran Bill off the internet, because when Bill fought hold on, I'm finna tell you, I'm finna land this plane. When they fought George Kambosos, Bill was everywhere talking everywhere online. Yes, when they fought Regis Prograis, he was everywhere talking online. When they fought Lomachenko, Jorge Linares, he's always talking everywhere. This is the first time, the first fight that I can honestly say that Bill is quiet as a church mouse. And I'm telling you, man, I'm thinking about, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I don't like what you did. So I'm kind of upset with you and your son, because I think that, prior to y'all, Bill wasn't doing this. And now the fight is done, we can't find a nigga. Why is that?
I mean, I would like to appreciate that. I would like, hey, I'm on your side. I would like to know the same thing. I'm trying to figure out the same thing, man. We on the same side, Coach. We on the same side. I won't be on the internet. You won't be on the internet. Everybody won't be on the internet. I want them on the internet. I want you to come play with me, Bill. Bill, it's boring out here without you, dog. I can't be out here talking shit by myself. Yeah, these fans are retarded. So I ain't even.
Well, don't worry about.
I don't even be. Yeah, I don't even be in the they ain't even the point in talking to the fan. They just stupid.
No, well, so what I'm gonna do? No, what I'm gonna do? See. I got my Blame Bill Haney shirt on today. Blame Bill Haney shirt. So what I'm gonna do? Since Bill is in hiding, I'm gonna represent for Debo Dev. That's the least I can do. And I'm gonna go back to what I was telling you. Debo Dev has fought Lomachenko, White Jesus, Regis Prograde, George Cambosos, Jorge Linares, Jose Ramirez, Cambosis, what my main name is, Gamboa. He's fought all of these guys. Y'all ain't did that. There's levels to this. He's been 2-division world champion, going on 3. He has great footwork. He's trained with Zab and Sugar and Mayweather and Mike McCallum, Sugar May Judah, sprinkled with a little bit of McCallum. He's done that. Since Bill ain't here, I gotta represent for him. So I just think that's gonna be a little bit too much for y'all, even though I'm picking y'all to win. But I'm just thinking that's gonna be a little bit too much for y'all. You get what I'm saying? The experience factor, you ain't fighting Centillion. You ain't fighting Jen Sasaki. You fighting doggone, arguably, could be one of the greatest fighters of our generation, and Debo Devin Haney.
Yeah. Hey, the greatest fighter of our generation, best wins, got 5 losses. Hey, look, Jorge Linares had 5 losses. He now has like 8 or something like that. Jojo Diaz, 5'3", 5'4". Appreciate it, boss. Thank you. Appreciate you. Rayshawn Reynolds, right? Rayshawn Reynolds? Okay. Yeah, like I said, you name them. You name them. All of these are names. And again, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm finna crush this, and I'm gonna shut everybody up about these goddamn names. I'm so sick of these names they talking about. Yeah. I'm so sick of names with all these losses and with everything else. But just because they're so-called names, that's what it is? Nah, man.
But the thing is, though, these are the bright lights. Like this is the biggest stage y'all done been on. Dev has been here before.
So the biggest stage, when you say biggest stage, are we talking about the most amount of people or just the most that's on the line?
Yeah, the most that's on the line. Like this is a high stakes. You got, listen, just like Debo stepping into the neighborhood in South Central and he stepping to Craig or Smokey. You get what I'm saying? That like, I ain't saying y'all Smokey, but but I'm gonna give you Craig. You Craig, this Debo. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you on that right now. You think that Brian Norman Jr., a country young motherfucker from Georgia, give a fuck about the lights, give a fuck about what somebody else saying about him when they already been saying what they were saying anyway? He already used to that. You got to remember, what made him who he is right now is just a year ago, they was talking about he ducked boots. A fight that we were still campaigning for. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to remember, we already been through all of this.
Yeah.
We've been through this before. We ain't worried about no lights. We ain't worried about what nobody got to say. Brian Norman Jr. ain't worried about none of that. Devin Haney got to worry about Brian Norman Jr. I've already said that. And that's the problem. They know what I'm saying is true.
When we was
they got to worry about us, we don't have to worry about them. They got to worry about my son's physicality. We ain't got to worry about their physicality. They got to worry about Brian Norman power. We ain't got to worry about their power.
When we was in Vegas at the Mandalay, at the Fountain Blue, Bill, I think you and Bill was talking, and Bill said something of the sort to where he gonna mess around and come out of retirement, and his first fight gonna be with you. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember that.
That's on camera too. Yeah, he said you go. Yeah. Okay, and he walked. I think he walked off or something after that or whatever. We gonna. Yeah.
Goddamn Bill, damn well Bill ain't fucking with me, man.
Hey, man.
Bill just talking to me, damn talking. Bill talking for the people who need to listen, that need something to hold on to. So like I said, these people praying. They praying to Allah, they praying to whoever they pray to right now. This is what they need to happen. A lot of fans need this win. They need this win. They got to get me out of here. You got to remember, Brian Norman Jr. was supposed to lose. I was supposed to leave. We were supposed to leave the internet his first title defense. Some guys up in Philly that trained Derek Quabass said that Derek Quabass was going to not be out. This is on YSM channel. This is true story.
Yeah.
A fat ass coach up there with packs of hot dog on his neck was on there. Man, I trained this kid, man. This kid ain't Rail. My boy Rail, Boxer Rail. That's my dog. I like Rail.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Rail said, he even said after he did, I trained him. He's a good kid, good fighter, whatever. And then after the fight, Rail kept it real and was like, yeah, now we got to figure out what did Brian Norman Jr. do to make him quit. He kept it real. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else went quiet. Oh, he just beat a guy. Oh, that wasn't nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But after he said, so like I said, you got a certain set of fan base that need Brian Norman Jr. to lose. That's what this is about. They need him to lose.
So, because see, this is the thing too, right? What I notice about social media and boxing and stuff like that, like Devin Haney has a fan base that's out active on social media. Brian Norman don't have a fan base that's active on social media like that. So the way social media works, since I've been on it, the guy who has the fans who bigging them up the most in the chats and stuff, that's the guy who automatically is that's supposed to win. Versus the other guy, he may not have that type of, people online bigging him up. So until you beat that guy that they hyping up, you know what I mean? That's gonna make people sit back and look like, oh, okay. Then they got to go back and analyze how did we get this so wrong, and then more than likely it's probably based on because of their emotions. We got it wrong because we didn't look at it from a boxing standpoint. We looked at it from an emotional standpoint. We didn't like this guy.
From a fanboy standpoint.
I get
exactly.
I get what you're saying.
We looked at it from a fanboy standpoint. We didn't look at it from a real note. We didn't look at. We talked about how Brian Norman Jr. ain't faced nobody elite, but then we ain't talk about how Devin Haney, Devin Haney faced that was over 5'7" or 8. You feel what I'm saying? He had trouble with. We're talking about everybody. We ain't talking about how everybody Devin Haney faced with 70+ inch arm reach. Devin Haney had problems with. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't talking about them guys.
I see. Is that what you're saying? So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How we got a while? We got like what? Well, this is October the 6th.
Oh, we in there, baby. We in there. We got 40. I think we got like 45 days.
Yeah, I've heard you. I know both of y'all, because I know they were trying to put it out there. Both of y'all doing the drug testing. That's cool.
Yeah.
Y'all going over there for the fight.
We ain't seen none of that. But I'm sure Bill seen all ours, but we don't even care.
No, okay.
Like I told you about the soccer, we don't even care. I don't give a shit what he on. He going to sleep that night. I don't give a damn what he on. I'm so serious. I don't care what he on.
You dead serious?
I don't care what he on. I'm dead serious.
So you said you ain't seen?
I personally believe Sasaka was on something. That's my personal belief. I'm saying that without respect or whatever respect, he was on something definitely. And I said before that fight either happened, it don't matter. I said it don't matter. They was worried about us going over there, drug testing, going over there, and I was on record as saying, shit, it don't matter what he on. It don't matter what they've been on. I don't care about this so-called muscle build that he doing. We don't care nothing about that shit. Mm-hmm. Our shit is organic. Our shit is natural. This shit came from the gods of the
earth. hey, listen. So this what I'm saying. This what I'm saying though. Yeah. Now, he's getting the best of the best training. I'm hearing he's in what they call it, the hydro chambers for recovery, because you're working out and tearing that.
We got all that. We got all that too now. We on all that. Now that ain't shit.
Whoa, what you mean y'all got all that? Y'all ain't got all that.
Yeah, we do.
I hear y'all doing it the old school way, chopping trees down with axes and running up mountains.
You know me, I'm a realist. Like some of the shit they got that they think they got over somebody, we got the same. Like I think him doing his own magnetic muscle pump and shit like that to control these muscles and kill them. And I see him fight with the suction cups. Y'all never seen him fight with the suction cup muscle shit on. Go watch some of his fights.
Oh, the suction cup. Oh yeah. He got the little red circles around his.
Yeah, got the red circles and shit around.
That's for blood circulation. That's for blood circulation.
I know everything that's going on. These boys ain't ahead of nothing. They ain't ahead of nothing. They only ahead of motherfuckers in they crazy ass fans head.
Nah, but see. But listen,
you need to lose head.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. There's levels to this. Even the training, they got the suction cup for blood circulation. They got, you know what I mean? Like it does. They running up. They in high altitudes and Big Bear and Colorado and all. You get what I'm saying? There's levels to this. And another thing, I gotta say this. I want to throw something else at you because Bill ain't here to defend them, so I'm finna defend them for right. I'm finna hit you with something you can't come back with. Bill was the one, the visionary. We got to start calling Bill Haney the visionary. I'm gonna tell you why.
You gotta know about Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, over 2 years ago, he planted the seed in Terrence Crawford's head that he need to fight Canelo. He can beat Canelo, even when Crawford didn't believe that he can go up and do that because he thought Canelo was a little too big. But then he said he started looking at Canelo with the eagle eye. You know what the eagle eye is? The eagle can see. Can't nothing see better than the eagle or the eyes of the hawk or a hawk. So they started looking at it with the eagle eye. Then he went to sizing them up, analyzing his molecular structure, breaking them down. And then he realized, you know what? Bill Haney, right? I can whoop this dude. Are you afraid that because of Bill Haney's intellect and his ability to be able to have foresight in situations when it comes to boxing, you're not afraid that that's going to play a major part in this upcoming fight between your son and Devin Haney?
It's the exact opposite, to be honest with you. The exact opposite, to be honest with you, because I think Bill don't have just that. I think he was good in giving Terrence Crawford an idea for that fight.
Yeah,
I agree with him. I'm the one. I picked Terrence Crawford over Canelo too.
Yeah,
I'm on record saying the size wasn't gonna make a difference. I'm the one that said that Canelo wasn't a big guy; he was a small guy, and that's just by like there's no way in the world when it comes to weight because I was a very muscular guy, and I know what weight I was. And Canelo like 2 inches shorter than I am. So I'm like, bro, he can't be that big. You know what I'm saying? Because I was solid muscle. He can't be that big. I walked around at 185 and fought 168. So there was no way in the world in my mind that he could be that big.
All right. Okay. All right. So I just had to ask you that.
My bad. Let me finish. To finish it out was that Bill Haney is good with planning. He's good with whatever they got going on. He's not good with coming up with a new plan. He's not good with none of that. You feel me?
But he's a master strategist, though. The game plans that he put together, no one has been able to crack that code yet. He's a master. He's kind of like, back in the day, they used to have Kung Fu theater, and then, the sensei will go out there, he'll be doing battle and stuff. Then they go back to the dojo. You got the old wise man with the white beard, the master. You see what I'm saying? So Bill is like that. Bill is like the master in the old Kung Fu movies that can't nobody whoop. You get what I'm saying? But, his students get whooped, but they can't nobody whoop. So what I'm saying is you're dealing with that. That's the level of intellect when it comes to the boxing knowledge that you dealing with. You ain't done that on that level yet, man. That don't mean y'all gonna lose, but I'm saying you ain't done that on that level. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I ain't done that on that level. So either you do or you don't. Hey, either you can or you can't. That's how I am when it comes to shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Either you do or you don't, or you can or you can't. You take your pick. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
I say we can. They say we can't. We're gonna show them that we can. We ain't failed now one test that's been given us within this last year since people been hating us. We ain't failed one test that's been given us. But you got people praying on the downfall, praying that we fail these tests, because that's what they need us to do. They need to have these narratives. They need to have this one-dimensional. They need to have this slow feet. If you're watching it from a boxing mind, you can watch any fight that Brian O'Magee be in, and you will see him use his feet from time to time. You will see him stepping to the side. You will see him stepping out the way. You feel me? You will see him taking them to give them. You will see him doing all of that.
So you don't think you putting out just a little bit too much intel?
Nope, because ain't nothing they can do about it.
So you saying no matter what? Well, so what about?
There's nothing they can do about it.
Now you know they say once a fighter go up in weight, Devin Haney, he might have more power, more pop at 147 because he's not starving himself to make the smaller weights now.
And to me, that's always when you have two grown men in the ring, or even if it's a woman in the ring, and people get hit, they get hit in crazy paces or whatever else. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, skill for skill wise, if it ain't divine intervention, skill for skill wise, Devin Haney stands 0 chance. He stands 0 chance, in my opinion.
All right. So what you gonna do? You watch Dragon Ball Z?
I do not.
Okay, let me tell you about Dragon Ball Z.
I know about Goku and all of them.
See, we got Goku, we got Black Frieza, we got. See, there's levels to this, right? So when Goku first started out, he was just a regular Saiyan. You know what I mean? He had the tail and all that. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z for a long time. He had the tail and all that. Yeah. But then over the years, Goku has reached like heavenly heights when it comes to power levels and stuff like that.
He got the glow now. He got the glow.
Saving universes, and he was trained by Wiz, and Lord Beerus was training Vegeta. You get what I'm saying? So he's on another level. You got Ultra Instinct. Are you prepared for if Devin Haney comes to the ring? And let's say you don't know about Dragon Ball, but let's say he was to go Ultra Instinct Debo Dale, meaning he go to another level. You start to see that glow. You start to feel that pop, that speed, that footwork, that punching power. He go to hitting you from angles that you won't see coming because he learned a lot from fighting Lomachenko. So, it's a good chance you may see some of that Lomachenko experience that he learned from Loma. You may see that in the ring against y'all. How you going to be prepared for that?
When I ask people, can they see Lomachenko beating Brian Norman Jr., right? Mm-hmm. They hesitate because when they think about it, they know that shit sound crazy. Mm-hmm. That's first of all. But then they got to go back to the skill level thing. And they say, you're the see. No, the fuck you can't. You can't see Lomachenko beating Brian Norman Jr. No, you can't. In the mind of all minds, if he go in there and Brian Norman beat on Lomachenko, you can't see him beat.
No,
if you see Lomachenko in the middle of that ring and you can't see him beating, you can't.
No, I don't see no Lomachenko beating Brian Norman.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Anytime I ask even a Haney fan, when I'm on something, they pause. And you pause for a reason because you know damn well that shit don't make no sense. So in other words, that means every single fighter that he's faced, that Devin has faced, Brian Norman Jr. can beat him too. Every last fighter. I don't give a shit whether he's a lead or not. And they got 5 losses together. All these guys had to. If Jojo Diaz was he a name? Was he elite level?
Who, Jojo Diaz?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't on the elite level. No, he was.
Okay.
He was.
How about Jorge Linares with 35 years old, 36 years old?
He wasn't on the elite level.
How about the 38-year-old Gamboa that had already been knocked out 3 times and got knocked out by everybody? But wait, they got knocked out by everybody but Devin Haney. How about him?
No, he wasn't on the
38-year-old Gamboa that been knocked out by every single body but Devin Haney. 3 niggas. He had 3 losses. 3 niggas got him out of there, and Devin Haney let him last.
But I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. I got an explanation for that.
For the gameplay.
Bill Haney he tell Devin not to go for the knockout because he wants to show the world that he can punish you for 12 rounds and frustrate you. So that's why Devin.
How many goddamn times he gonna do it?
Hey, look.
He's been doing it for 6 years. How many times you got to show us before we believe it's true? Shit. Look, hey, we don't want to show the world but one goddamn time that we can be the elite boxer in there, and then we're going to call the rest of them. We're going to call the rest of them. They're going to be scared too. That's what's going to happen.
Wait. All I know what this is, because I asked Bill that question when Devin Haney fought Regis Prograis. I said, Bill, Regis Prograis' legs was wobbling all throughout that fight after you dropped him and stuff like that. He was ready to go.
30 plus years old. Let's get all that straight too.
30 plus years old, yeah.
30 plus years on where, yeah, with being 30, so he old too. So I mean, small, 5'6", 66, 67 inch long. People, I mean, you got to think it only matters when it matters to the one they want to talk about. It don't matter when it goes against they guy.
So
I talk so much because I know they're scared. I'm gonna keep you scared. You're gonna be scared if you get in the ring. He gonna get the hell on. He gonna go to sleep. Go ahead.
So, but my point is that, you make a valid goddamn point. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, all right. Jojo Diaz, he wasn't elite when Devin fought him. That is true.
No.
Jorge
Linares wasn't elite. Linares wasn't elite.
That's what they were saying. He was old.
Lomachenko was old and had 2 losses. He was still good, but he was old and had 2 losses and arguably beat the man. Hurt the man. 135-pound small white man with 67-inch reach beat and hurt the man arguably by some people. So who are we talking about? Who is this elite person that we need to be worried about because he's just as good that he beat all these goddamn people? I'm looking for this elite fighter.
Well, he got the names. Okay, we gonna stay away from elite then. Okay. You got me there. You got me with the elite because when I think about it, Gamboa was 75. Let's see, Lenare, he definitely wasn't elite.
Old as hell. It had 5 losses. And JoJo Diaz was old and had a lot of losses. Come on, man. What we talking about?
That. You know what, man? You make a valid point.
At least give me some substance, baby. Give me some substance.
I would.
Hey, wait. Brian Norman Jr. Same thing with the other guy. I said the same thing. I'm bringing the other guy because I said the same thing for the same motion or whatever, right? You got a Giovanni Sebastian. They like to say it's nobody who worked his way up to number 1 in the WBO right up under Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
So let's make that clear. He worked his way up to the number 1 in the WBO ranking under the great Terrence Crawford. Nobody's denying that Terrence Crawford is great anymore, right? We done killed that theory. We know he great. All right? So this guy made it right up under him. Brian Norman Jr., 32 years. The guy was 32 years old. It was in his hometown. He was 32 and old. You understand? I don't remember Devin Haney fighting and beating anybody with over 30-plus fights and won. Do you?
Damn, bro, you ain't gonna lie, dog. Hey, Bill, I need a Haney fan. Y'all help me out, cause I'm sitting there thinking, right? I'm like, God damn, boy, this shit. I'm sitting up. You got me thinking, I'm like, damn, these dude wasn't elite when he fought him. They got names, but they wasn't elite. You know,
No, they wasn't elite. And also none of them had 30-plus fights. 30-plus wins, not fights, but none of them had 30-plus wins. None of them was doing anything actively. None of them. Like, what are we talking about? This is all because you hope. It's because you hope. What one boy said, we wish. We wish a nigga. We wish.
Wish a nigga would.
We wish. Y'all on the wish factor, nigga. Y'all on the wish factor.
Okay. So who was the they you referring to? Who was the they you referring to that you say they want to see you lose?
All the Devin Haney fans, help us out.
Well, okay.
Read the chat. I want them to help me out. I want to know. Because I study all day and all night. I know, again, I've been studying so much because I like to make sure I'm not tripping.
All right.
And Bill's solid. Devin's solid. Devin's recanting of what the fuck he's saying and just saying he going to do what he going to do and I'm going to do what I'm going to do as opposed to saying you levels above and making that same mistake twice. Tells me that I know what I'm talking about and all of y'all don't. That's what it tells me.
Man, look,
so help me out.
Hey, look.
I'm just one man. I'm one man. Make me wrong. Show me.
Hey, man, phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. Devin Haney, we just want Devin Haney fans. Y'all call the show because he got me stuck. He got me stuck. Maybe y'all can help me out. I'm kind of stuck. Because I was talking about all he do was elite fighters, but then now that he got me thinking, I'm like, okay, JoJo Diaz wasn't elite when he Devin fought him. Jorge Linares definitely wasn't elite. Let's see. Jose Ramirez
had 2 losses and arguably beat him. 5'5".
Gamboa.
Come on, bro.
Regis Prograis.
Hey, people.
I ain't gonna lie. Regis Prograis arguably lost his fight before Devin Haney when he fought in Louisiana. I think he fought a Puerto Rican dude. That dude whooped him. He got a gift on that because I scored it for the other guy.
And then he came back and had a hard time with JoJo Diaz with 8 losses. Like, what we talking about, man? Help me out. I'm with y'all. Look, I'm on y'all's side. And the reason I say I'm on y'all's side is because I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing fan first. I'm a boxing fan to the core. So I know on my end, being a boxing fan, I did what I'm supposed to do with my fighter. I did what I was supposed to do with my champion. I did what I was supposed to do with my son. I got a Haney fan caller right now. Hold on. Let's get it.
Hold on.
Call from.
Hold on. I got it right here. Let's see, can we merge them together? All right. Caller, what's your name when you calling from? I got Brian Norman Sr. on the phone.
Yeah, this is Ted from the Inland Empire of California.
Ted from Cali.
What up, Ted?
What up, man? Big fan of Brian Norman. He's been proving a lot to the boxing world. I think he's going to hurt Devin pretty bad, and I'm going to go and make a prediction. Obviously, by knockout, he's going to win, but that Devin is going to need somebody to blame after the loss. So I predict that he's going to put it on Bill and separate from Bill just a little bit. That's my prediction, and that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for listening.
Appreciate you, Bob.
Yes, sir. Let's get Ted a round of applause.
Yeah, round of applause. You know what? I now hold on. Here go props for Bill and Devin. Here go props for Bill and Devin. I like this, and this is what we got to separate, because I always separated the props I gave Bill and Dev for doing what they're doing, because I've always been online, giving them props, giving them for what they did and how they made a way, and how we were trying to follow the blueprint. Everything that Bill said was absolutely true. I'm one of them guys that ain't got a lot. They got a lot to get an advantage. I ain't got a lot to get no advantage. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to what he just said, this is one thing that I watch when I watch how Bill, and I'm not Bill, really Devin, how Devin interacts with Bill. Bill is at a point where Devin is the boss, and I'm saying this from personal experience right now. So my son is the boss, and it just kind of happens overnight. I was watching some sparring and shit or whatever else, and how I talked to my son and how I treated him. How he was my boy, he was my fighter. Now he's his own man. So I even talk to him different. Noticeably, like on the sparring and shit like that, like it's a whole different ball game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you cuss him out and tell him certain shit or whatever the case may be. I don't come at him like that, because we done had our little fallouts about shit like that, and him, coming to me like that. So I'm going to say this, watching Bill and Devin interact, Bill has a respect for Devin, and it's almost a fear. And I'm just telling you what I see. It's almost you good? It's almost like an ass kissing type thing. For Devin. If y'all don't believe me, go watch. Go watch how you interact with Devin. It's like you kissing his son's ass. You feel what I'm saying? And I'll make it a point on my end to not do that. I don't kiss my boy ass. You feel what I'm saying? I'll make it a point to not do that, because I watch shit like that. I'm like, I ain't kiss that. You kiss my ass. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not kissing your ass. We can keep it on a cordial whatever. Now, on Devin end, Devin has a profound respect for his daddy. And I'm saying that by watching how he look at him, watching how when he talk to him, watch how he's attentive. This is in the corner and with certain things. I've seen it on several different cases. I don't think that I definitely don't think Devin gonna do that to Bill. I definitely don't see that. I think that Devin is blinded by Bill love. I think that as he should be. I don't think he's gonna do that to Bill.
All right, well, it is. Hey, man, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Somebody called, but I didn't want to click over while you was talking. Yeah, somebody,
My
bad.
No,
y'all call in.
I just want to say that for my man. I personally don't see that coming, but anything is possible. We see it happen all the goddamn time. But I don't see that from Devin. Not from Devin.
Hold on. Matter of fact, they ain't calling. There ain't no Haney fans calling. So let me pull. Hold on. This might be him right here. This might be one right here. Hold on. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up the chat. What the people saying in the chat? Call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah.
Cliff from Connecticut.
Cliff from Connecticut. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I'm listening to Norman Sr. talk about the resume of Devin, and I'm like, it's like throwing stones when you live in a glass house, because Devin's resume, let me get it out. Devin's resume is clearly better than your son's, but if you remove your son and you just speak upon the boxers in y'all age range, around y'all weight class or in any division, Devin has arguably the best resume, easily top 3 or 5. There, Tank, Shakur, T.O. might could challenge Devin. Any of the boys, any of the champions around from 135 to 147, Devin has the best resume, and that's why you want this fight and you want his spot. So as good as resumes get, Devin has it at the age y'all are. So what are you talking about?
You say the age we are. We at 24 years old. Devin got the resume he got right now. You feel what I'm saying? So my son is 24 years old, making his third title defense at 24 years old. Devin is 2 years older than Brian Norman Jr. So my question for you is, which one of the elite fighters? So who's the elite fighter that you're talking about? Who's the elite fighter with his resume? Who are the ones we put on his resume? Who we talking about?
No, so what I'm saying is his resume.
No, who? Give me the name.
Hold on, Loma is the elite fighter, but who has elite fighters on their resume?
Okay.
Who's elite on Shakur's resume? Who's elite on Norman's resume?
I'm not talking about the guy. I'm not talking about the guy. We're gonna go right back to Loma. Did Loma have 2 losses? Yes or no?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Did he have 2 losses? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was he 35 years old?
He still won the title after Devin.
Was he 35 years old?
Still one of the best in the division.
Yes, man, you can't answer the question. So he was 135 pounds, right?
35.
Okay.
But he is 35.
Is it likely that a 135-pound man could go in the ring with a 147-pound man and do any kind of damage to him? Is it likely that would happen?
I don't see what's the point in that, because you can't go down to 35 and beat Loma.
Because I'm about to tell you the point is no matter what.
Big underdog versus Loma at 35.
Listen to this. No matter what you want, I don't even believe that. Did you realize we're not even a big underdog against Devin Haney? Devin Haney beat Loma. Devin Haney beat Loma, fool.
Yeah, but
Devin Haney beat Loma. Why are we not underdog against Devin Haney? So wait a minute. No, based on your questions. Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, yes?
Yes.
Devin Haney is the underdog to Brian Norman Jr. Do you understand that?
Slightly, but do you understand he's coming off a devastating loss in a bad performance?
He's the underdog, yes or no? Lomachenko has been beat 3 times. Lomachenko has been beat 3 times. So whether he was scared to pull the trigger, whatever the case was, you can't tell me that we're going to go down to 135 and be an underdog against no damn Lomachenko.
Brian, Devin is coming up to your division for his first fight, coming off a devastating loss, and then coming off a terrible performance. And you guys are barely the favorite. You guys are
he's about to get another devastating loss.
This is as close to a 50-50 fight according to the bookies as it gets.
Absolutely.
So how are you barely the favorite when you fucking got the title? Excuse my language. He never fought the division.
How are we barely the favorite?
You're not above this guy. You need this.
Hold on.
Because right now you're
barely the favorite.
You're barely respected. This will make you respected.
So how are we barely the favorite when we got the title? But the guy who's coming up is, he got people like you. Wait, he got people like you that can't see the truth. He got people like you that think he's so elite, that think he's so good, that think he's the best, that think he's the best in his generation, the best in his class of fighters when it comes to Ryan, when it comes to Shakur, when it comes to Tio, when it comes to Tank, that class. They think he's the best in that class. So he got y'all.
No, I never said he's the best in the class. I say he has the best resume, arguably, in the class and around.
But the only person you gave was Lomachenko, and he lost to him by some people. So
who has anybody higher than Lomachenko? You don't get higher than that.
Higher? What you doing?
But you don't get better than Loma.
He arguably lost to him.
Well,
he arguably lost to him. And he was 35 years old. Lomachenko was 35 years old. So that one win, wait a minute, that one win that he pulled off, that most people thought he lost. And I was one of the ones who did say he lost, because I gave him props when they do. And I came on and I definitely say he lost that fight. So most people think he lost a fight. The one fight that he lost that already had 2 fighters, and the guy was over 35 years old or better. And you telling me that one elite win is big enough to make him better than anything my son ever did. Hey man, look, opinions are like assholes. Yes. Everybody got one. Tell what it is.
Let me respond to that. He's definitely better than anything your son has ever did. And damn, you're making me forget what I was gonna say. So basically, your son beats Devin, then he still has a shitty resume because you're taking away from Devin and who he is. So right now, you already have not done nothing. Now, if you beat Devin, you're telling me after that you still ain't done nothing?
But guess what? I'm expecting that anyway. because I know how the boxing game goes.
So after you beat Devin, you expect us to look at your resume and say, Norman still hasn't beat nobody.
I don't give a fuck what you look at my resume and say. Don't you understand that?
That's the narrative you're making.
No. Listen what I'm going to say. Listen what I'm going to say real quick. It doesn't matter what you say. The great Terrence Crawford, pound for pound best, still get shitted on even after he just did what he did. Why would I give a fuck about what a guy from Connecticut is on the internet saying to me?
Those are dumb people. Terrence deserves all the props in the world. And even Canelo.
Did you hear my point, though? My point is, why the fuck would I care about what a dude from Connecticut is on his own phone right now saying to me?
You ain't gotta care, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
You don't gotta care about what I say. You're not supposed to care about what I say.
But that's what you just brought up.
It ain't like, it's not like it's like personal like that. It's just sports talk, like, you know what I'm saying? And the way I see it is, Devin has clearly done more in the sport. He's a bigger name than your son. He's the best thing on your son's resume. You need this win to cement yourself. You are like there. You're like knocking on the door to get in that club with those kids. You know what I mean? The TOs and all them other dudes. But this is the win that's gonna get you through the door. So act like it. You are almost a challenger as a favorite. Like you're almost a challenger, even though you got the title. Like Devin is like the A side as a defender. Come on, man, you know what it is. But I'm not gonna take up the whole show. I respect you. I respect your son, and I think Devin will beat y'all.
All right, we'll show you. Make sure you call back in.
All right, salute, fam. All right. So. You heard from one of Devin Haney's strongest supporters, B. He said that y'all are kind of like the challenger, even though y'all have the title. So you get what I'm saying? That's what the brother said. Hold on.
The passion in the voice.
Hold on. B, you heard me?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I go ahead. Repeat what you said.
Did you hear the passion in his voice?
I heard the passion. Like the passion. I heard the passion. Yes, very passionate.
Yeah. So that's my point. They need with a passion. They need Devin to win this fight. They need us to lose. They need to keep Brian Norman Jr. where he at. They need this.
If they are fans of Devin Haney, of course they want him to win, and they need him to win.
No. They need this. They need it.
Why they need it? Why you say they need it?
Because that's how they coming out with this passion. They need it. They need it. They need to be able to talk the shit they're talking. They need to have a so-called. You just heard the man talking about elite. Yeah. You heard the man talking about elite and the this and the that.
He could come up with a bunch. He said Loma. He said Loma, but Loma was 35 when he went down.
Loma was 35. Okay, nobody said Loma wasn't the lead. Nobody said you feel what I'm saying? Loma was old. Like, but look, and this is what people don't even realize. Heavyweight, 168, 175, 190. Age, my bad. Age doesn't affect them the same way as it does smaller fighters, 147 and below. Mm-hmm. 154, you can get away with some, at the older age because you're slower.
Right.
The fight, the pace is slower. The fight game is slower. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. The smaller you go, the faster you are. The smaller you go, the more elusive and the more agile you got to be. That gets affected. The more timing you got. That gets affected with your age. You feel what I'm saying? These people calling me, you think you're going to tell me about boxing? You think you're going to tell me? No, you ain't finna sit here and tell me about no damn boxing. You feel me? You're not finna tell me about the sport that I know.
Well, I know what you was you were a retired boxer yourself, Absolutely. So you actually, I do get your point on that. But these people are passionate about Debo Dev. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like Debo Dev, you get what I'm saying, Mr. Tuck Your Chain. You Mr. What you got on my 40 homie. You get what I'm saying? I just don't like the fact that you put Bill Haney in hiding. That's all I'm saying. I don't like the fact that you did that because I've never seen Bill, never. Like, bro, I've been on YouTube for over 4.5 years. Oh, next January will be 5 years I've been on YouTube. And every time that Haney had a fight, I've always heard Bill talking shit all the way up until the fight. this is the first fight that I've ever seen that he went radio silent. I don't know what you said to him, what's going on, but I think they really taking this serious because he ain't never done that. Never. He's never been ghost. Never. I ain't never seen it. Never.
This is I mean, look, damn, I lost my whole damn train of thought. I lost my whole train of thought.
No, but what I was saying was I ain't never seen that. Like, I don't know if it's, I ain't never seen him this quiet. Like he didn't do it with Loma, he didn't do it with Cambosis, he didn't do it with Linares. He didn't do it with Jojo Diaz. Yeah. He didn't do it with Regis Prograde. You remember, like nowhere. Like this is
all bullshit aside. I completely understand. All bullshit aside, and I'm just getting here. This ain't something I thought about before. I'm just getting here, listening to you and me tapping into my father's side. I understand. I just made this interview yesterday, and I was talking about how nervous I was until I figured out B really just could do what he could do. But being in there with a puncher like that, like I said, I thank God that I'm on the side of having the puncher. But I understand. Like your son, you just to see your child, to see your flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? He could really get hurt in there. Ain't nobody got time to play no games out here with that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I can play these games because I know who we going against. And that's not to say that Devin can't knock nobody out. No. I'm not saying that he play. I'm going to clean that up right now.
Yeah.
Because as you're a grown man, you always got a chance. You feel what I'm saying? You got a fighting chance. Like Jaime Munguia got knocked out by a dude with 4 knockouts. Like that's never a sure thing. People get caught with certain things, certain ways, and shit happens. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I call that divine intervention or whatever else. But like I said, a lot of what we dealing with, I can play. I know what I'm looking at. Bill heard me talking. He hear me talking. He knows I know what I'm looking at. Because the facts that I'm telling y'all, when the people who like to dismiss me when I start talking, as soon as I start talking, Bill listen to what I say. And he know it's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
I say is his job to listen to me. He know I'm telling the motherfucking truth.
Yeah,
but
Bill,
on the other side, like I said, I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, Bill listens to everything. He don't went radio quiet. He listens to everything. But he probably listens to the show right now more than likely. However, I've never seen that you the first person I've ever seen shut him down. Like to have him quiet, like go quiet like this here. So I'm just like, man, I don't know. That right there, and you letting people know there's a lot that's going on in the background because people online don't know. They just fans of the fighter and they don't know the behind the scenes shit. They really don't know. And you let people know, hey, there's a lot going on. The Haney's doing recon right now.
They're making 50 and 40. They're making 50 and 4. We ain't even seen the 50, but we done seen the 4. We don't know about the 50 wins, but we know about them 4 goddamn losses your ass.
Hey, but look, hey, B, look, man. Hey, are there any parting words you would like to say before I let you go?
No, man. I hope, that this is Bill. I know you listening, bro, man. I understand where you come from, big dog. I honestly just got here. I understand where you coming from. I can't make no promises, but I hope they both come out safe and they both get home safe, just like we got over there safe. Man, you still got some unfinished business that we gonna take care of one way or the other after this fight, sir. We'll deal with that later. But bottom line is, man, good luck to you. Good luck to both of them, man. Hopefully we have a good fight. Get the fans a good show. Get the fans what they want to see. 2 fighters going in there. 2 young fighters. That's something you don't see. 2 young fighters. Respect Dad for taking this fight. Respect for Brian Norman Jr. for taking this fight. So it's 2 fighters, at a young age that think they're the best, believe they're the best. Both of them got undefeated records. They putting their face on the line. They putting their life on the line. They putting their livelihood on the line. So respect to both fighters, man, and may the best man win, and shit, I'll see y'all November 22nd.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.